it down on me.
Put it down on me.
Put it down on me. Hey everyone, it's Kayla.
And Evette.
And we're from ACK.
Today we are going to have a video describing our 8th grade year, events that happened that we want to remember, and then talk about continuation, which is, well, if you're watching it, there's continuation already happened.
Yeah, continuation.
But it's the same thing. Okay.
So basically, we're freshmen while you're watching that.
So our first thing to remember is, I know some of you are gonna be like, oh, not this again, but it's this again.
Too bad, it's this again.
When after Romeo came, and then me and Kayla became friends again, because we went to kindergarten together, but we kind of lost touch, and we weren't really friends in middle school until after Romeo came, and that kind of just brought us back together. The next one is, well, Kayla already knew Cynthia. Explain.
So Cynthia and I became best friends in 4th grade, and this is in our best friend tag. And
earlier this year, like beginning of 8th grade year, kind of after September, like October. She introduced me to Cynthia at a Broomfield, or like a high school football game, and that's how I met Cynthia. And she kind of just was like, oh, this is Evette, this is Cynthia, Cynthia, this is Evette. And that's kind of just how we became friends, and we just kept talking from then on, and I don't know, we just became best friends. Talent show!
Yes! Okay, so we were both in the talent show, but for very different things. I was the MC announcing everyone, so I announced her. And one of my lines was for her to actually start a YouTube channel.
Okay, let's explain, because I said that because like they had to interview people, like what they wanted to like say, and like what do they wanted to be, or like what they wanted to achieve. And I was like, I don't know, make a YouTube channel. And she wrote it down, and I was like, oh god. And then every time she said it in the show, I was like, oh god, this is not gonna happen.
Yeah.
And then now we have one. So
and it's funny because she gave me, like, our choir teacher gave me those lines in particular, because she was like, if that's your best friend, why don't you say her lines? And I was like, okay. And look, now we have a YouTube channel together.
Yeah. We were thinking about it. We were like
thinking about that a few days ago.
Oh,
and then she sang.
Yeah, with my friend Anna. Oh, Dr. Morrison lunch.
Oh my god, okay, this is how that started. So, in the beginning of the year, in my depression video, I kind of talked about like bullying and stuff. Well, that's what was going on with me in the lunchroom, and to the point where I didn't even want to go to the lunchroom. So I decided to bring my lunch into our science teacher's classroom, and ever since then, it was August, and all year we ate lunch with our science teacher, and like we have a name for our little lunch crew, and it's called the Lunch Bunch, and like horrible name. We couldn't figure out a name, but you know, we thought about like the Breakfast Club.
NHD. Let's explain. Okay, National History Day. So every year there's a theme.
Yeah.
Every year there's a theme. This year, well, our year was leadership
and legacy.
And so we had to pick a person to do research on and talk about how their leadership has impacted till now. So she did.
I did Jesus.
What did I do? I did Bill Bottrell. He was Michael Jackson's songwriter for a couple of the songs. And yeah, next one, Round Ball Ruckus.
Okay, so basically Round Ball Ruckus is an annual thing at our school, and it's basically a 3-on-3 basketball tournament. And if you lose one game, you're totally out of like the whole tournament. So Evette and I were on a team this year. I have my shirt. And
we based it off of Jake Purdy.
Jake Purdy, people, and this was mine.
We were called the Lucky Seven.
We're called the Lucky Seven. And then the back of mine, of course, had Purdy with a 7.
So, yep. And
so Evette was on 2 teams. So she was on my team, and she was on another person's team. And the other person's team won because the other team that we were playing in the 2nd round cheated.
Oh, Kayla, your favorite thing in the world, testing! She hates testing.
Words cannot explain how horrible testing is. And it's not just like the standardized testing, it's every test. And I I like do great in the class. I do wonderful in like classes and on papers, but I cannot do tests for the life of me. I don't know what it is. No matter how hard I study, I just...
After I take the test, I forget it, so it's like, it's not gonna help me.
Blow it. A test? Really? Oh, sorry. Done. Done with it all.
End of the year projects. Which one do you want to talk about?
I'm gonna talk about the speech that we did in college.
Okay, good. I want to take sparks. Okay.
Okay, so basically in our social studies class, we did a human rights project, and we had to like become a fictional character and debate on like civil rights, human rights, equality, and all that stuff. And so for my project, I did something very close to me, and that was anti-Italianism. And that was where when the newest Italian immigrants came to America, they were lynched. Horrible things happened to those poor Italians just because of the stereotypes and because of the color of their skin.
Well, I did like discrimination towards Arab Americans because I'm Arabic and my family's from the Middle East. So I just did something close to me and talked about Arab Americans in the US and how they've been treated. So that, yeah. And then another project we did was in our LA class. And so we read the book To Kill a Mockingbird, which is an amazing
Read
book.
it, it's awesome.
Amazing.
Read it before you see the movie because they leave a lot of stuff out of the movie. So definitely read the book before you watch the movie, then watch the movie.
What we had to do is he gave us 5 options that we could pick from, all different things, like themes of the book, things that happen in the book. So, for example, if you've read the book, I did Atticus's empathy towards his children and things that he taught them. So I like talked about how there's this one quote he said where don't judge someone until you climb into his skin and walk around in it. So basically looking like through other people's perspective, and we had to write a 5-paragraph essay on it, and you get to have different.
Wasn't that bad?
It seems bad, but honestly it was amazing. Like, and just to write about the book, because like you've read about it and like because he like makes you like fully understand it, which is amazing because then you actually get the book.
Yeah.
And like to write about it, you kind of like already know what to write from the beginning. Additional comments. So any other comments you want to say about 8th grade year?
If you are going into 8th grade, here are some tips.
That's hard.
It is so much harder than 6th grade and 7th grade. You may hear other 8th graders are like, oh, it's easy. It's not easy. Like the first 2 months may be easy, but once you get into the year, like towards the middle, it is so hard, and it only gets harder because they want you to get ready for life.
Like this year, I did all the sports plus dance club, being vice president of dance club, and doing my schoolwork. It was kind of hard because sports took up your time, so the dance club and doing things for dance club, and also doing your homework. And like it's hard. In 8th grade, you kind of need to manage. And don't procrastinate. Procrastinate is like, yeah, me too. Like, it's the worst thing you could do because, like, you don't want to do your homework at night, so you, like, leave it till the morning, and you don't get done in the morning, and you're kind of just, like, screwed.
In 8th grade is the year that you do want to start doing your homework. And, like, I know that sounds, like, super cliche, like, do your homework, kids, but no, I'm serious. Like, you will need your homework for the next day. If you don't do it, you are not going to know, like, what the lesson is about, like, the next day, because they set you up for the next day.
They really don't have any sympathy for you because they're getting you ready for high school, and we understand that, but sometimes it can be a little harsh, but, you know, like...
But we get that now. We get that now because as we're leaving and as we're kind of, like, looking at high school's rules and, like, expectations, they're so much harder than 8th grade, and they're just kind of preparing us.
And be yourself.
Be yourself. Never change who you are for anyone.
It's not worth it, honestly, because I'm pretty sure we both did that. And we realized it wasn't the right thing to do.
No, and then we met each other, and now we're like best friends, and we're totally ourselves around each other, and that's what makes us friends, is that we could be ourselves around each other and no one will judge. So definitely pick your friend groups wisely. I guess every school has their flaws, and high school definitely have their flaws, but it's the new chapter in our life, and we're ready to go. Because of the education that our teachers gave to us and the preparation that they gave to us, I think we're ready to move on.
So, sorry for the kind of long video, but we had a lot to say about our 8th grade year. And please
subscribe, share our videos, and make sure you have a wonderful week.
And the next time you'll be seeing us, we will be freshmen, so wish us luck. Bye!
Bye.